Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Too Long Didn't Read, our WCA recap. So the week following the summit was tense and full of promise. We had a new patch dropping at any point, and a massive LAN where we could watch the pros fumble through whatever Ice Frog decided to throw at them. The patch dropped and WCA started almost immediately afterwards, so we had 16 teams, a redesigned map, new items, and a significant change to the hero pool allowed in Captain's Mode. So while I'll start out focusing on the Dota, WCA had an impressive list of issues, as hinted at by attendees, that I'll touch on in a bit. Now to start us off, WCA did not have English casters on LAN, so we as viewers had the option of listening to the professionally styled casting coming out from Join Dota, or a casual couch-style cast from the summit. Group stages had hilarious moments with what may have been the birth of Bob Rossing from OD Pixel. Check it out.
I love the tree! Oh, he's been Bob Ross! He's been Bob Ross! Don't TC!
In other WCA events, one team failed to even arrive for the event, with newbie unable to attend. As it turns out, WCA organizers did not book the flights for the team, so the team couldn't make it to the tournament. We saw unexpected performances, such as Wings dominating Team Secret in not only Game 1, but also Game 2, with the buffed Tidehunter having a huge impact and a Keeper of the Light controlling the tempo in both games. We saw something unusual in the third place decider match being a best of 5 between Wings and Team Liquid as well. So a failed level 1 Roche by Wings led to Liquid picking up 1, 2, 3 kills as the game starts, setting the tone for pretty much the entire series. So Game 2 was a 26-minute stomp by Team Liquid, and they continued to dominate in Game 3, crushing Wings as Wings run in, one by one, unable to come back from the initial setback of that level 1 Roche fight in the first game, with the series ending a very quick 3-0 for Liquid, who secured themselves third place and quite a bit of money. Now, moving on to the Grand Finals, we see Alliance fighting their way to the top, despite birthday distractions for Bulldog and S4 being pretty sick. Alliance and LGD faced off for a full best of 5 finals. Alliance play well in Game 1, constantly taking the fight to LGD, relying on Naga Siren and a Beastmaster for the ultimate teamfight control, with an unkillable Dragon Knight to dish out the damage as they crush LGD and convincingly take the first win of the series. Now, they move on to Game 2, where they absolutely continue their domination. EGM steals a Fisher to control the fight, and then he steals this SF Requiem, and we get to see our first Ags Requiem coming out from the Rubik. This leaves Alliance up 2-0 and a hard path for LGD as they move forward. So in Game 3, LGD pulls the series back with an unstoppable Sylar Gyrocopter. And then they move on to win Game 4 as well for a 5-game series. Alliance returns to their root and rats with a Naga Siren holding back LGD as S4 Tiny destroys the barracks, launching Alliance to victory at WCA. So congratulations to Alliance. They get their first LAN win since June 2014 with a grand prize of $370,000. Well played to Alliance and LGD, of course. Now, not to detract from player performance, but I do feel it's necessary to mention the shortcomings of WCA. There was no food publicly available at the venue from what I read. Kelly, the Alliance manager, had to travel a ways just to secure food for Ake, who had dietary restrictions that organizers did not respect. Players were sequestered in these rooms where fans couldn't really watch the games. This was a multi-game event. Dota wasn't the only thing there, and as far as accessibility, it seemed that Dota was not very accessible. The Grand Finals was played without soundproofing, and LGD was not wearing soundproof headphones, meaning that LGD and Alliance could hear the casters during the game. Since the casting is in Chinese, I'm guessing this didn't really help out Alliance that much, so, even more props to them for winning. Tweets from team managers such as Kelly and Sajideen hinted at a massive Western disadvantage, with admins ready to disqualify teams for any reason. Cyborg Mac tweeted before the event that passive play, fountain diving, wearing of slippers, not wearing WCA jackets, etc. were all reasons for being disqualified. Additionally, teams had to travel to LAN cafes just to find a reasonable place to practice. And let's not forget what I mentioned earlier, Newbie was unable to attend entirely due to WCA organization not finalizing the flight bookings. To top this all off, this organization is known for not paying out their prize money. So while Alliance may have secured a win, we have significant doubts about whether or not they secured any money. Several managers will be sharing their full feelings when they're no longer behind the Great Firewall of China. So keep an eye out for videos and blogs if you're interested in hearing more about behind the scenes of WCA and what has definitely been the worst LAN fiasco since Game Show Global a few months ago. Thanks for watching this episode of Too Long Didn't Read. Enjoy 6.86 being out, and hopefully you got to see at least a little bit of the first LAN played on 6.86. We'll see you guys next time.